Yep. All right. Most entertaining matchup of the series, in my opinion.
Go
Hawks
ahead.
Celtics.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So
First off,
Kyle,
can I just cause I really don't have a lot of thoughts on it. Can I just give you
okay,
mine real quick and I'm gonna let you just
go for
go.
it. Go for it. Go for it.
There's gonna be two things that happen. Either the Celtics fall apart after Bradley's injury, or they step it up and they take them like 6 great games, but the Hawks still take the series. Um, I think the only way that the Celtics win this series is if Isaiah Thomas puts on an absolute clinic. If the young guys step up, and by step up I mean Smart has to step up, and so does what's his name
Rozier.
yeah, Terry Rozier. Those are the only way their guards have to. The Celtic guards have to ball out. They have to play good defense. They have to stay within themselves, and they got to listen to Coach Stevens and just put the team above themselves. If they do that, there is a chance this goes to 7. They could eke out a win and move on. But if they can't, and Bradley's defense was stopping Teague, see, here's the mismatch. The mismatch is the Hawks have some good bigs. The Hawks
Oh
have
yeah.
Horford, who can step out, hit a 15 to 18 footer, and
From
that can
three.
draw people like Jared Sullinger out of the paint.
Yep.
And the thing is, the Horford is so skilled that he can splash those in people's faces. So he's
Yep.
that skilled. But without
Yep.
Bradley now, that means Teague has the ability to get off now. So
Well.
that's the biggest danger. But if
Yeah.
Smart can step up and
Yep.
take Bradley's spot,
Yep.
then they have a chance because there's only 1 point. So I think Stevens, if Smart can step up, that is, if Smart can step up and he can play that defense that Avery was playing on Teague, he has a nice chance because 1 point can be decided. Because I remember Jarebko when he got open on that genius play out of that timeout, the last
Oh, you
like,
like
30
that one?
seconds. That was amazing. Jarebko missed that. I was really
Yeah.
disappointed. I
Right.
cannot believe that RJ didn't get in the game for at least a couple shots,
He did. He did. He did because we were desperate in that first half.
but not that one. That was a perfect RJ play right there. I can't believe they didn't do that.
Yeah.
But um, yeah, that's the only way that they're going to win this series is if Smart steps up. And no, I already know Stevens is going to make adjustments. Smart has to step up. Smart is the key. If you can get Smart to step up, then you're going to win. If you can't get Smart to step up and you can't contain Horford, then this is done in 6.
Yep. Okay.
Good.
So I agree with a lot of your points. Marcus Smart was my X factor from the jump, and he did. My God, I didn't even know Phillips Arena was actually a hot spot of his. I thought the only hot spot that I knew of was the Oklahoma City area, since he played for Oklahoma and all.
Yeah.
But apparently he does very well in Phillips Arena. I didn't know he shot that well there. Um, and even more ironically, it was after he got a bruised knuckle. Uh,
Mm.
the first half, it was a tale of two halves, just like this Heat game. That was fantastic in the second half again.
We're going to talk about that.
Yes, that was basically, and I told Kyle this, and everyone else can now see this game. This series will be a dogfight. This will be two great basketball coaches, Budenholzer and Stevens, going back and forth and trying to adjust. And the Celtics will have to go small. I think Marcus Smart, again, in terms of if I had to like rank defense priority and like the best on the team in perimeter defending, Avery's first. I'd put Marcus second and then Crowder third because he doesn't have to defend the perimeter as much because he's got the versatility on the wing so much more, but he can do it. But I would put in terms of priority, I put Smart second. So I think he can still do it. The way he defends is differently. Avery does it with his quickness to do around positioning and anticipation, whereas Smart has, I think, better positioning, so he doesn't have to worry. He doesn't have to rely on so much as quickness because he's just so damn smart. With his defense that he can use his positioning to, I think, compensate for maybe not having the same amount of speed as Avery. And his core strength is something else. As you saw in that last .4 second play, he got that ball away from Al Horford and tried to lob it up from like past half court and almost made it. So yeah, she's going to step up in the shooting guard, and there is an article on Hardwood Houdini that has the net differential showing that Smart and Isaiah was honestly a better backcourt combo than Avery IT back in the first part of the season where Stevens was still trying things out.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of wanted that to be the thing and let Avery thrive as a six man because he was killing it, but that's not what they chose. Which it's not what they chose, but I'm not mad at it. But I was really hoping because I wanted Smart to get more off the ball practice. But anyway, yes, he has to step up. The defense is key. He's so good. I think he can do it. The offense is the big issue. Can he get it clicking? Because yes, he still has some issues with his shooting sometimes, but as he showed in the second half, the problem was that the first half they just couldn't make shots. Yes, the Celtics are one of the worst shooting field goal teams, but ironically enough, it's when the shots are uncontested too. That's the frustrating part. They have such good looks. Like Stevens wasn't mad in that first half in terms of the shots they got. He couldn't even remember 5 3-pointers off the top of his head that were bad shots. They just couldn't make them in the second half. Then they lit up just to keep things in check. The last time they played the Hawks, they were in a shootout and they were making all these shots. Like this team can get the looks and can get those opportunities. It's just they gotta make them. So I think the Celtics can still win it. And ironically enough, Chris Forsberg from ESPN mentioned this. That I didn't even fully realize this, but this whole season, there's been always been one guy out throughout the majority of the season, and the team has stepped up, so they're used to this. In the culture, as Smart said it, we lost one of our brothers, but we got to step up, and I'm ready to take that responsibility if need be. So he's got that mindset.
I just think it's very, very saddening because I really do feel for Celtics fans. As much as I've been in my moments where I hate the Celtics because they played the Sixers a lot. Every time the Celtics get on a playoff run, man, some shit always has to happen. And, whether it's KG's knee or Perk goes out or, Rondo's knee or Rondo's shoulder or Bradley's shoulder or Jeff Green's shoulder. Like, it's some shit fucker things, man. Like, it is just terrible, man.
It's always something.
And I think this highlights. I think Danny Ainge knows the Celtics need a big man. The Celtics need a big man, man. They need a post presence that can step out and shoot. Like they need their Towns, and everyone needs a Town. But the thing is though, is that the Celtics really need it because as much as I love Sullinger, I think Sullinger is a complementary piece to a star. Yeah. And I think that they could find the post presence, and I'm not just saying this because I think it would be good for to get picks out of it, but I really would like to see Okafor play there because I think that would actually help. The pick and roll offense would be great with IT and him. And
not even IT with Smart. Did you see some of his passes in the second half that he made literally under the basket?
Yeah, he was doing some wizardry down there.
Yeah, that court vision. That's why I said a Smart and Okafor pick and roll would be nice. But anyway.
Yeah, man. I got if I have to pick right now, I'm going Hawks in 6.
I'm not mad at you.
I would love to see the Celtics win it. Just so I can see the apologetic tweets from Kyle. Hey man, it is what it is. I guess it is what it is.
Let's be fair. I tweeted him because I wanted to send him the Vine because I've been trying to tell Kyle about Avery Bradley since before the Celtics played the Warriors in that double overtime game that Avery Bradley can stop Steph Curry. And he showed it, and I showed him the Vine where he literally locked up Teague, got him on all positions. Teague's trying to post around, juke.
Yeah, I saw that.
Shot. Bradley blocked him down right there with a stare down like he does with Dwayne Wade. That's what I said. His defensive impact. You when we talk about whoever wins this series, you cannot ignore this, Kyle. Just so you know. And he's like, dude, it sucks to lose your best players. He admitted that it sucks.
Yeah, man. It's just so. I know all about losing my best player. Sad, but
I'm gonna try to be optimistic. I think this game series can potentially go to 7. this may be my green teamer in me, but I still think the Celtics can pull it off because I think what we saw in that what Marcus Smart pulled through in that second half, he's been kind of pulling off. Like I told you, he impacts winning. He tries to make those like when he stole that ball from T. Literally, when T tried to go for a lob, he literally snatched it like the Cobra, and then he
Yeah,
literally went up, and then got the transition play, and then got the offensive rebound right to put it back in. Like it's just those things. Like I think that next level, this could come out of him this series,
yeah. I
where he
don't
shows his
I don't know what his ceiling is as a player in this league.
right,
I don't know if he'll ever be a Westbrook. I don't know if he'll ever be a Wall. I don't know if he'll ever be a
right,
Damian Lillard. But I damn sure know he's going to be that guy who gets that steal or just he gets that block to seal a series. And I think
yeah,
he'll always be that guy if he continues to. Because man, here's what I think, and this is pretty damn good. People don't realize this, but this would be pretty damn good. I think he would be able to affect series the same way like a Dennis Rodman in Detroit affected series. And if you told me that as a player, I would be just ecstatic because what Dennis did is he was a tenacious rebounder, and I'm not saying like this what his exact attributes would be, but just in the vein of affecting the game, doing the small things. Dennis
hmm
was a demon rebounder. He was a demon on the boards. He got after the ball on the floor. He went for every loose ball. He wants that 50-50 ball more than you. And I think Smart can bring that type of energy that Dennis did with steals. He can bring it with, like I said, jumping on the floor, jumping on every single ball. I think he's going to out hustle you. I think he's going to go for those chase down blocks. And I think he could be that guy. He could be that guy. And if he could add a knockdown three, I think you're good enough. I think that's good
yeah,
enough. And I mean,
yeah,
if he does exceed those, parameters, then good on him. But right now, I think he's very raw offensively still. But
yeah,
his ceiling, I have
right,
him being, I have him being the heart and soul of championship teams like defense.
yeah. Yeah, I have no problems with that. I agree because ironically enough, he's like Westbrook, one of the top offensive rebounding guards in the league. Him and
Yeah,
Terry Rozier.
yeah.
So there's certain key things that he does that I don't know what the peg him as a ceiling, but I still think there's definitely something that tapped in. And when he's hitting those knockdown shots like he did in Oklahoma, like he did in Orlando, and like he did last night to impact like those threes, there Atlanta was like looking on the damn the scouting matchup is like this wasn't in the report, man.
Hell yeah.
He's got this. So there's something there. So yeah, it can still go either way. I don't think it's a lock. It's just gonna be. I think this could go 7. I'm not. I understand if those that pick the Hawks, but I don't want to count the Celtics out either. So I think they could steal one. We'll see what
We'll
happens.
see.
But like I said, I think it's the most entertaining series besides maybe Clippers and Portland.